What is going on, guys? It is your good buddy Rutabaga here, and today's video I'm trying something new. It's something I'm probably going to be calling Motivation Monday, and basically it's every Monday. It's the start of the week. I know Mondays are normally the day of the week that everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's Monday. But for me, Mondays are more of like, it's a fresh start to the week, and it's a chance to make this week better than it was last week. And so I thought Motivation Mondays would be kind of fun. I'll just always have some kind of uplifting or motivating topic to kind of set the tone for the week, not only for myself but hopefully for you guys as well. So let's jump into it. Today's video is actually going to be on positivity. I'm a really big advocate of positivity. If you guys know me, I don't like negativity in my life. It's something that has been in my life you know, for a long time, prior to like I was like 19. I mean, not even I mean, I wasn't always the positive individual I was. So I like to kind of explain why I'm such an advocate for positivity and why it's so important to me. And so one of the reasons is that it not only does it correlate to your real life, but honestly, it can also come back to your gameplay and your progression in Call of Duty as a player. So it's definitely something that's not just for gaming, not just for real life. It's like well, I mean, obviously it's something that can relate to your life in hundreds and hundreds of different ways. But yeah, I don't like negativity. I don't like negative people. I don't like negative attitudes. It's just something that's always bothered me. And the way I see it is negativity, it just pulls a lot away from you. If you guys ever seen that, if someone ever showed you that test where it's like you put your arm out, you just raise it up and put it out horizontally, and you're supposed to, they tell you to say no, 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 and you try to prevent them from pushing your arm down, and you say no, 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 or I can't, and it makes it, and then they push your arm down, and it's really easy. And then you do I can, or yes, 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 anything positive, something positive like that, and it makes it a lot harder for them to push your arm down. Now, there's people who say that's all. There's people who say that's fake. There's people who say it's real. Personally, I've done it before. It's a real thing. And what it comes down to is that it's something that's actually a real thing. Where if you're mentally saying you can do something, you're much more likely to be able to do something like that. Like visualization is something they use in professional sports. Being able to visualize and see yourself getting a win helps you to perform and play better. And it's no different in any other situation. Positive thoughts lead to positive outcomes. Negative thoughts lead to negative outcomes. If you're saying you can do something, you're much more likely to be able to do that thing than if you say you can't. And so basically what's going on in your head is very, very important. And it's something I kind of changed more and more as time went on is I mean, I can't deny, you can't say you've never had a negative thought in your head, because even I have negative thoughts come into my head. I have negative things that I say, negative things that I do. No one's perfect, but for the most part, you want to start shifting negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Now, I kind of look at it this way as well. You can have at any given time, your head can be filled with only so much. You can either have positive thoughts in your head, or you can have negative thoughts. Now, think about having negative thoughts in your head. What are you gaining from that? What is your life? How is your life improving from those kind of thoughts? What is coming from negative thoughts in your head, or negative actions, or anything like that? What actually comes from it? You know, maybe and a lot of it comes down to, I mention this a lot because of the COD community too. It's like we have a very negative Call of Duty community. There's a lot of very angry, negative people. It drives me insane, honestly. And the way I see it is, it's like, you can spend time arguing back with someone that called you bad, and call them bad, and get in a fight about it, get in a stupid little Twitter fight, or yell at them over your headset, and even not interacting with another person in game. This is one of the in-game things, but you know, complaining or getting angry or raging or anything like that, or calling the other people bad. What exactly do you gain from doing that, other than maybe you feel better temporarily for, you know, retaliating against them? Where instead, how you should be spending that time is, rather than complaining or arguing or yelling at them, you spend that time, you go, okay, how can I improve? What can I do better? What did I do wrong that game? And then not only that, but just mute the person that's, you know, calling you out. It's like, you can either spend your time focusing on the positives, like, okay, we did this well, we need to work on this and improve at this, or you can spend the time focusing on the negatives and go, oh, they're just bad, they're so bad, it was all connection, and just have all these negative thoughts running through your head. And truly, having those positive thoughts running through your head is gonna help you a lot more. And You know, and another thing, can't talk. The other way to put it too is if something bad happens, you know, something bad happens, you're having a bad day, and you're stressed, you're not having a good time, and you just write it off as a bad day. Most people will just write it off as a bad day, like, oh, it's just a bad day, I don't want to deal with anything, I hate this. But, and even in a bad situation, like a car breaking down or anything like that, most people tend to just focus on the negatives of it. That's all they know how to do, and that's kind of how most people are about those things. But when you really take a look at it, it's like if something bad happens or if you're having a bad day, you are in complete control over whether or not you continue having a bad day or start having a good day. It all comes down to your attitude and what's going on, and how you're gonna treat the situation and how you're gonna react to it. If you choose to react to a bad situation by being negative and yelling or being frustrated and just being done with everything, that's not a good way to go about it. But when something bad happens, you gotta realize that it's done, it's happened, there's no changing it, and from there, well, maybe there is changing it, but that's where you gotta kind of choose. It's like if it's something you have control over and can change, then do it. Don't complain about it. Don't focus on the negatives. Just go do what you need to do to put yourself in a better situation and change your attitude about the day. If it's and then even if it's something you can't control, if something bad goes down or you're just having a bad day and it's nothing you can control, you can control your attitude about it. You can have a good attitude about it regardless. And if it's something you can't control anyways, why would you spend the time focusing on how crappy it is and how negative it is when it's something you can't even deal with in the first place? If it's something you can't change and don't have control over, why stress over it in the first place if it's out of your hands? But what is in your hands is your attitude. You can choose to have a good attitude about a bad situation and look toward the positives. No matter what the negative is, there's almost always a positive. Even if the positive is just the fact that it made you a stronger person, there's still a positive in there. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you kind of a different outlook on negative and positive attitudes. Like I said, I'm a very positive person. I'm someone who always wants to make sure that I'm looking on the positive side of things, and as I said, I'm not perfect, but hope you guys can take something out of this video and run with it. Let me know what you thought on Motivation Monday. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, because I want to start doing these every Monday to kind of set the tone for you guys for the week. And thank you for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one. This has been Rutabaga, and peace out.